as far as converting.
That's not good.
Changing his name to Mustafa Abdul Malik. So definitely been on a journey of rebranding himself. On top of this, he's done community service.
Why are we equating this to rebranding? I feel like if you're doing, well, yeah, it is, because he's like only doing it for the public, but like, it's like, bro, that shouldn't be how it is, my nigga. Bro, you should just do it for doing it. You feel me? Like, I'm not gonna say that, but because niggas are gonna flame me, but yeah, bro, it's only a matter of time, man.
Is in police custody this morning.
Police custody.
A murder for hire plot.
Murder for hire plot.
Lil Durk just got hit with one of the most intense charges of his career. We're not talking about a simple arrest here. This is about murder for hire, and it's tied directly to the murder of his close friend, King Von. This isn't
What?
just another headline. It's a story
What?
of revenge.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
Friend
What?
King Von. This isn't just another headline. It's a story of revenge, loyalty, and an alleged plot that reaches from Chicago to Los Angeles. Let's break down the details of how Durk's past might have finally
Is this nigga trying to say, yo, first of all, let me just,
caught up with him.
who is this nigga, bro? That is not Lil Durk. That's not Lil Durk. No, wait. Alright, so what the fuck is he saying? Is he saying that, what? Is he saying that Lil Durk killed King Von, or he killed somebody for King Von? Let's find out.
Lil Durk was arrested in Florida on charges linked to a murder for hire plot, a serious accusation that's bringing a whole new level of...
So is murder for hire plot basically saying you murdered somebody for, like, a higher plot because you, like, because King Von died, the plot, but the higher plot would be to kill King Von's killer?
Into his life and career.
That's for sure.
According to federal prosecutors, Durk and 5 others tied to his Only the Family, OTF Collective, were part of a plan to take revenge against Quando Rondo's camp for the murder of King Von, Durk's close friend and collaborator, back in November 2020. Authorities allege that this entire plot...
Wait. I didn't hear that.
Friend and collaborator, back in the OTF Collective, were part of a plan to take revenge against Quando Rondo's camp for the murder of King Von, Durk's close friend and collaborator, back in November 2020. Authorities allege that this entire plot began when members of OTF wanted to seek retaliation for Von's death.
I gotta warm up my food. 1 second. They're trying to kill somebody in Quando Rondo's camp. Okay.
The story of revenge didn't just stay in Chicago, though. Prosecutors claimed that in August 2022, members from Lil Durk's crew traveled to Los Angeles on the behalf of Durk himself, and they had one goal in mind: to go to LA and take out Quando Rondo.
Wow.
However, this act of violence instead led to
It's a man himself, not even his friends.
the death of Quando Rondo's cousin, Lil Pat,
Damn.
as the group allegedly
Rest in power. Fuck.
carried out what they saw as retribution for Von's murder. On August 19, 2022, Quando Rondo and his cousin Lil Pat were in Los Angeles, making their way through the city, reportedly attending some business-related matters and spending time with close associates. Quando, known for his connections and intense history with Lil Durk's camp, due to the tragic conflict that surrounded King Von's death, was cautious yet calm as they navigated through the city that day. By the time the sun started setting, they pulled into a gas station near the Beverly Center, just a quick stop to refuel before moving on. Unbeknownst to them, another vehicle had been tracking their movements, strategically following them through Los Angeles. By the time
Bro, you gotta be a... That's what I was talking about, bro. You're a tier 1 goon to follow niggas through traffic. Get off them, bro. Is this where we've come? Understandable, though, because, you know what I'm saying? That nigga did some fucked up shit. And it's hard to forgive people that do fucked up shit, you know? I'm sure everybody has been on both ends. Forgiving and being the one, right? But it's like, yo, at the end of the day, violence is never the answer, bro. But again, if you grew up in violence, it's hard to understand that philosophy that violence is not the answer, because, like, bro, it's been around me for so long.
Quando Lil Pat pulled into the gas station, the second vehicle was closing in, and everything was set for the ambush. As they parked, that white sedan that had been following them pulled in close, creeping up just enough for its passengers to get a clear line of sight, and in an instant, the calmness of that sunny afternoon was shattered.
Damn.
Right now, the search is on for 3 people who believe they shot at a Savannah rapper, killing a member of his entourage. It happened in Los Angeles, and cameras captured the aftermath.
As shots rang out and chaos erupted, the black SUV became the center of a tragic, gut-wrenching scene. The air was filled with panic, and within moments, it was clear the ambush had left someone critically hurt. Quando Rondo's cousin, Lil Pab, was hit, but the full weight of what had just happened didn't hit Quando until later on. Caught on camera, the haunting audio of Quando's screams went viral in the hours that followed.
I don't know if
His
I wanna
voice
see
was
that.
filled with absolute devastation,
I don't know if I want to see that.
echoing through the chaotic scene as he realizes his cousin wasn't gonna make it.
The ending of a shooting that started in Los Angeles, California. Sheriff's deputies pulling out a man who had been shot in an SUV.
For Quando, this wasn't just a
That nigga said, no, I'm not going to. No, no.
loss. It was a moment of public grief, a rare glimpse into the pain that artists like himself carried behind the scenes. It's that scream, filled with shock, disbelief, and grief, that made the story hit even harder. A reminder of how real and dangerous these conflicts can get. After the shots went off and Lil Pab was hit, police were called, and within minutes, the area was swarming with law enforcement and first responders. The gas station near the Beverly Center quickly transformed into a crime scene, with officers blocking off the area, trying to make sense of the chaotic scene. Paramedics rushed to treat Lil Pab, but it was clear his injuries were severe. Despite their efforts,
Saul's right. Basically, what's happening is Quando Rondo might have been one of the ones that did a negative thing that could, offed. What's his name? Lil Durk. No. King Von. And these niggas want their lick back. So they laced his cousin trying to go for Quando. And Quando is now, I don't know how he feels. Because he did do something to them, allegedly.
his wounds right there on the spot under the police lights.
But now that they have him, I guess this right here is not alleged. Like, well, they're doing it.
Right at the gas station as his cousin, Quando Rondo, watched him pass away in shock. Quando, still being shaken up from the shock, could hardly process what had just happened. He was visibly distraught, pacing back and forth, his screams echoing across the lot, captured on cameras and phones by bystanders. Those screams would go viral, symbolizing the raw pain of a moment that could not be hidden or controlled, a heartbreaking reaction to losing someone so close so suddenly. The police, meanwhile, were already piecing together what little information they had. Witnesses reported seeing a white sedan speed off right after the shooting, leading investigators to believe this was a planned, targeted hit. This wasn't some random act of violence. It had all the signs of a calculated attack. The tragic moment left the hip-hop community stunned and mourning yet another loss in an ongoing cycle of violence. But that night was only the beginning. Law enforcement would dig deeper into the case, linking it to a broader network of rivalries and conflicts. And now with the federal indictment connecting Lil Pab's death to an alleged murder for hire plot involving Lil Durk's OTF.
And that's what for hire plot is, I guess. You killed my friend, so I'm gonna kill your friend.
His tragic story has taken on even darker layers. According to prosecutors, Lil Durk is the man behind what they're calling a calculated murder for hire plot, allegedly orchestrated as revenge for the death of his close friend, King Von. They claim that Lil Durk, along with several members of his OTF collective, conspired to take down Quando Rondo or someone close to him as payback for Von's tragic loss in 2020. This isn't just a simple feud. They're painting it as an organized, deliberate plan fueled by loyalty, revenge, and a desire to avenge Von's legacy. Prosecutors allege that Durk's crew wasn't just acting out of anger. They were reportedly promised rewards for their loyalty.
Really?
Describes coded conversations
Damn, so now it actually does get deeper. I see.
between the alleged conspirators, detailing promises of financial compensation for opportunities in the music industry under OTF.
That's so fucked up, bro. They're killing other black people for hire. So you wouldn't have even done it if these niggas didn't say, you know what? You're a money guy, aren't you? You're a funds guy, aren't you? All right. I got a deal you can't refuse. The fuck? Yo, killing somebody is not the answer, bro. It's not the answer, bro.
They say gave the men enough motivation to track down Quando's circle in Los Angeles and pull off a hit that would eventually send a message across the rap industry. Prosecutors are building the case around Durk's deep connection to King Von and the idea that Von's death...
And it's to send a message across the rap industry. So that means that people within the rap circle would know what this nigga did. Like, come on, bro.
Major turning point for Dirk. They're arguing that Dirk saw Vaughn's death as something that couldn't go unanswered. According to the prosecutors,
True.
this wasn't just about grief, but about maintaining his reputation and loyalty within his crew and the streets. They claim Dirk felt a duty to take action, leading to this organized retaliation plan. A key element of the prosecution's case is that Dirk's assertion.
And you know what it is? It's the people that be talking to, yapping about, like, yo, King, why isn't the Lil Durk gonna slide for King Von? He's just in the songs, this and the third. It's like, bro, you're inciting the violence as well, especially online. It's like they get so many messages of people saying that same those things along that line. It's like, bro, eventually this nigga's gonna be like, you know what? These niggas are right. I'm not holding my own. I'm gonna lock the fuck in and I'm gonna tee up. And this is where it happens, bro. Like, social media is fucked. Social media is fucked. We gotta do better, bro. Like, real talk. I'm sure that's like a big reason as to why he did what he did. I'm sure.
Allegedly
100%.
promised rewards, whether in the form of money, prestige, or elevated positions within OTF. The indictment mentions.
And like, you're feeding niggas money to go kill, bro. Like, what are we doing right now? This is some hitman shit, bro.
You
Come on,
should
bro.
communicate these promises, hinting at payouts and increased status for anyone who carried out the attack successfully. Prosecutors argue this incentive.
Increased status. And when I tell you, yo, I'm a yapper. I just realized I'm a yapper. I didn't just realize this. When I tell you that attention is currency, bro, I'm not lying, bro. When you have attention, like, attention is a form of currency, it's a form of currency because, bro, when you have attention, you can get money. When you have attention, you can get whatever you really, really want. You feel me? Like, you can create things with attention. And it's like, because this nigga, there's different types of attention as well, because he had attention to where it's like people were like, oh, his music is so predominantly negative and about what he's saying he's gonna do. I'm gonna slide for this, I'm gonna shoot this. It's like, because the attention was on that and his broski died, it's like you have no choice. Like, the internet's gonna tell you, bro. Everybody's around you's gonna tell you, oh, slide for him, bro. You've been said, like, you're good. That's your body, that's your archetype. But realistically speaking, it shouldn't be about the violence. But not only that, he's also hurt from the loss of his brethren. Like, damn, he's off. I gotta move in. You feel me? And that's crazy, bro. Now it's ended this nigga in jail, bro. You feel me? Like, this is not how we want to go out as black men, bro. We gotta lock the fuck in.
Through the goal to extreme lengths, planning and executing an ambush with the expectation
Ambush.
that their loyalty would eventually pay off. The prosecution alleges that the attack wasn't spontaneous. It was a result of deliberate planning. Members of OTF are accused of traveling from Chicago to Los Angeles with a mission, which was following Quando Rondo's movements and waiting for the right moment to strike. The hit.
Bro, this. My fault, guys. I think this guy's actually just a menace. I think he's actually just a menace. Because you have to take in. He had this guy being followed for long periods of time. Again, why? Bro, let's just watch it, bro.
They claim was executed in a way that aligns with a classic murder-for-hire operation, with members tracking Rondo's SUV, waiting for him and his crew to be in a vulnerable position before launching the attack. Court documents reveal that after the incident, the OTF members stopped at an In-N-Out where they discussed payments with one of the top OTF associates before heading back to San Diego.
Bro, this is some mafia shit, chat. What the fuck are we on in America? Me, I'm personally. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight Canadian. You feel me? Bam, boogie, nigga. You feel me? But it's like, what the fuck are we doing in America? This nigga is a genuine mob boss. Who the fuck is the owner of OTF if it's not Lil Durk? Talk about one of the higher ups, man. I get like,
Vehicle to catch flights back home. Records show that there was a payment exchange that happened as a reward for the murder. Now, the most important part in all this is that they're saying the mastermind behind everything. He was the one who provided funds for flights, ensuring his associates could travel from Chicago to Los Angeles, and according to court documents,
bro,
Durk
that's
allegedly
crazy.
arranged for OTF members to make this trip. So
That's
they were operating based on what he told them to do as the head honcho. Durk's top associate, Keon Grant, reportedly coordinated logistics on the ground, but Durk is said to have provided the financial resources and guidance needed for the ambush. Keon Grant arranged hotel accommodations, bought ski masks to conceal identities, and obtained 2 luxury sedans for the group. Court documents indicate that Grant was also the one who supplied firearms, including one reportedly converted into a fully automatic weapon, all of which prosecutors argue was facilitated under Durk's orders. I think you probably at this point understand why this is so bad for Durk. These aren't just accusations of association or indirect involvement. Prosecutors are painting him as the mastermind behind a deadly, premeditated.
so they're saying he's actually the member that was the mastermind. The mastermind. Okay, sure.
Act. He's being accused of financially and logistically supporting a murder for hire scheme that targeted a rival, going as far as to cover travel costs, conceal identities, and provide weapons for the attack.
That
This
is,
some
bro.
serious stuff right
That
there.
is, yeah.
If the court accepts this narrative, it elevates his role in the case to the one who's going to carry the full responsibility for organizing a violent conspiracy with potential penalties, including life in prison or even death penalty, if the court finds sufficient evidence of intent. Moreover, the case is built around digital communications, flight records, and surveillance footage, evidence types that can be compelling in court. Prosecutors are likely betting that one of Dark's associates could flip, testifying to strengthen their case even more. If any of the co-conspirators cooperate with authorities, it could seal the case against them, making the charges even harder to fight. Now, one of the things that's a little bit ironic about this entire situation is the fact that for the past 2 years, Lil Durk has publicly been working on cleaning up his image after years of being tied to the street.
Bro, you know what I just realized? This nigga has a song with kids in it, and J. Cole's in it, and it's called All My Life. Take the trying to keep me down. What the fuck? Bro, these guys will do anything for money, bro. I think that's what it is too, bro. Like, do you believe what you preach, bro? Do you practice what you preach, bro? And I guess, yeah, he's trying to clean his image up, but it's like, bro, you just did all that and then committed a murder, bro. Unless that song was dropped after the incident, and then he's been laying low ever since. But I'm not doing the research.
He's trying to turn over a new leaf. For anyone who doesn't know, Lil Durk has not only embraced Islam, but even went as far as converting.
That's not good.
Changing his name to Mustafa Abdul Malik. So definitely been on a journey of rebranding himself. On top of this, he's done community service.
Why are we equating this to rebranding? I feel like if you're doing, well, yeah, it is, because he's like only doing it for the public, but like, it's like, bro, that shouldn't be how it is, man. Bro, you should just do it for doing it. You feel me? Like,
Neighborhood Heroes Foundation to support.
he's just doing it for like the publicity, bro.
For
the attention, again, attention is currency.
Attention
Attention is like currency, bro.
Key to the city in its hometown suburb of Broadway, Illinois.
Dirk Banks, or Lil Durk, was honored and celebrated last week with keys to the villages of Bellwood and Broadview.
And so on behalf of the Village of Broadview, we are honored to present this key to the city to Dirk Banks Neighborhood Heroes.
And this was literally last week. Local leaders praised his efforts to give back and promote positive change, holding him up as an example of redemption. Fun fact, they ended up revoking the key after this indictment. Lil Durk a few weeks ago also announced that his criminal record was recently wiped clean. Now, could all this be a defensive move on his end? Because when someone is involved in something like this, especially someone with Lil Durk's influence and public presence, it's important to consider how them reshaping their image can help them if legal troubles come their way. Durk's public shift to a more positive, community-focused persona, receiving the key to the city, doing charity work, and his spiritual growth all adds layers to his defense if anything would happen.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Is it just like a front? Like, is that what's happening? Like, or you genuinely feel this way? Or did you even know you knew in your head, like, okay, I'm going to get booked. You just do this to try and soften the case. Like,
From his past, showing
I
the
don't know, bro.
authorities that he's more serious about changing and leaving his past behind. And maybe for Lil Durk, it wasn't so much about completely avoiding any legal troubles, but maybe he did all this as a way to soften the blow of whatever he did. That's of course me just speculating, but thinking about it logically, it doesn't make sense. Because best believe someone with Lil Durk's status understands the power of public opinion and how it can sway narratives. By portraying himself as a reformed individual, he builds a layer of protection, influencing how people view him and possibly impacting how authorities handle him. The question still remains though, whether this rebranding was a genuine evolution or a strategic buffer, given his history. Personally, I don't think this is going to end too well for him. If they actually have recordings or solid evidence of Durk orchestrating a murder, the defense options are limited. When it comes to cases involving premeditated murder, especially with the added weight of conspiracy or organized crime, the sentencing gets really serious. People facing charges like this typically don't get lenient treatment. The legal system often comes down hard. And with someone of his profile, authorities would likely pursue the maximum just to make an example.
You guys should be able to see
Durk
that.
might be looking at significant time unless his legal team finds a way to poke holes in the prosecution's evidence or challenges the credibility of any witnesses against them. And in high-profile cases like this, even if they don't have direct evidence, the cumulative weight of circumstantial and digital proof can still lead to heavy consequences. Overall, it's really sad to see millionaire rappers still getting involved in situations like this. With the opportunities and success someone like Lil Durk has achieved, you think he'd be able to fully separate himself from that lifestyle. But as you guys can see, even with fame, money, and all the chances to make a positive impact in this world, it's
That's
clear
much
that
better.
he stays stuck on the streets. I'm really curious how this is going to end for him, and it'll definitely take some time for this to get resolved. Anyway, this little dark story is definitely
All right.
If you made it this far, do yourself a favor.
Good video, man. Good video, good video, good video. Shout out to like he speaks.